Okay, we're starting off with the DIY water filtration system. It has several components. We'll start off with installing the first thing, which would be our water valve, where the water will come out this way. And then on the inside, what we did was put a coffee filters inside, so that purifies your water more, keeping any of the bigger elements out, and it'll just be the liquid that comes out. Very first thing that we're going to put in at the bottom, so we're adding shungite, which is a stone that comes from Russia, which releases minerals that then goes into the water to help it purify it more, and it's supposed to have a lot of great benefits to it. So we'll add that at the very bottom. Next thing we're going to add is a cloth. This is cheesecloth, which will be down at the very bottom, which also prevents the sand from getting into our water. Now that we added the cheesecloth down at the bottom, we're gonna add our next layer, which will be fine sand. The next step after our fine sand that we're doing is charcoal, which charcoal kills all the bad bacteria and helps purify the water. One thing I did not mention, make sure you don't use sand from the beach. Use either play sand or any type of sand, that's fine, but don't use beach sand because it's got a lot of salt and it'll kill your plants. We're gonna set our layer of charcoal.
What kind of charcoal is this?
So this charcoal is a mesquite. It comes from real wood, which is organic, and it's not made with any bad chemicals. It doesn't have starter fluid. It's a very clean organic charcoal.
So when you buy charcoal, it has to be what, organic?
Organic charcoal. Make sure it's not the self-starter. Make sure it's 100% natural wood. Try to fill in as many gaps and voids as you can. That way the water hits any point. So after your charcoal, you're gonna have another sand which is more coarse. So that means water goes through it a lot faster than the fine sand at the very bottom. We have your charcoal, and then you have your coarse sand. And then we'll just put this over the top of the charcoal. Okay, the next, we just got our coarse sand in there. Now we're gonna do our small gravel, which this gravel will include anything under a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch. If you can get 1/4 inch gravel, it'd be a lot better. But now we're using this at 3/8, and it's got a variance of it, which this stops any of the bigger elements that are in your water, which they'll be stopped here. And as you can see now, as we got all these different filters area, is that you start with something real like your cheesecloth and all the stuff that's down at the bottom, and then little by little it's gaining more width and it's wider. So it's like as you go lower in your filtration system, the finer it is, so it stops more of your impurities going in there. So this is a second to last part of the filter, and I'll fill this up and then I'll get the next one in there here pretty soon. All right, guys, this is the last course of the filtration system, which is your big gravel. This is the thickest part, and this is for your bigger elements that might be in the water that you're trying to stop. And the reason you do this is that once, say you have the system for a while, what happens is that you can always take this back out, wash it all out, and then reuse it again. So you keep it in layers that way. It's easy to reuse when it's time to. A lot of these types of filters are used for is using gray water systems, where anything that you take a shower, use in a sink, you can have all this, use this filtration system to water your plants. So all the water from your sink in your house comes in here in a system that's similar to this, and then you can put it back in your garden. So now you're recycling your water, and you're using all the water that would go to the sewer. Now you're just using it back in and putting it in the ground and feeding your plants with it. As you can see the demonstration where you have your water, and see how slow it's going through here. So see this, it's starting up at the top with the coarse, and it's going slower as you going down. And you can see the watermark, how slow it's going. It's going by pretty fast here, but as we get to this spot, that's where the fine sand is, and that's where it really starts to filter out the water and start really cleaning it up. It goes fast through here, And it goes down through the charcoal down to your fine sand.